Let's see. All right, so Rama's asking how to block 1 or 2 bars from continuous signals. So you only want to block 1 bar out of the continuous signals. Okay, yeah, that sounds like that's just a job for the signal blocker. Yeah, that should be pretty straightforward there. Yeah, we have a bunch of continuous signals here. So let's just kind of work with what we got here already. So I'm just going to stretch that out, and we're going to go to the function nodes here, and we want a signal blocker there. And let me just remind everybody, I like to use the right context now that we have that available in BloodHound version 2. But you do have access to everything from the logic tab menu system, right? So, all right, so let's connect that into the input, right? Connect that up, right? And so we can see here we have block signals 4 set to 5. Now, if you only want to block 1 or 2 bars, then we can just, if we knock this down to 2 bars, there we go. Right. So we can see it's only blocking 2 bars, and then a signal gets through again. It blocks 2 bars, and then a signal gets through again, and then it blocks 2 bars. So with the signal blocker, you determine how many. This is determining how many signals you want to block, by using the number, counting the number of bars there. And then if you want to, and if you need to get more sophisticated, so let's say you put a large number in there, let's put in like 50, right? If you put 50 in there, right, you can see that it's actually blocking all of them until the next signal until the opposite signal comes in here, right? So Rama wants to get continuous signals. Yeah, sorry, Rama, I don't understand your question. Let's see. So you want to block the first 2 signals when they come in, and then allow the rest of the signals to show up? Yeah, is that what you're wanting? So here, let's actually delete this, and let's pull up a little illustration here. So so in BloodHound, you want to block like the first 2 signals and then allow the rest. All right, so what I'm circling is what you want to block, and then all the rest you want to see all the other signals afterwards. Okay. All right. Okay, yeah, there. All right, so what yeah, so what Rama really wants to do is block these, like this long signal here, or block that short signal. Okay, I see. All right, yeah, so you do actually want to block the first 1 or 2 signals. Okay, yeah, that's usually the opposite of what people want. They want to see the first signal and then block the rest. Okay, all right. Yeah, so let's actually use this. Yeah, let's actually use this system here, since it's giving us exactly what we want here. So let's make a copy of this system. There we go. I'm going to build this for let's just block the first 2 signals. All right. Yeah, I think this should be pretty straightforward and simple. Let's see if this works here. So I'm gonna go to a function node, and instead of the signal blocker, I am going to use the signal counter this time. All right, so with the signal counter here, let's count. Yeah, so I'm going to leave the counting up to 1 to illustrate here. And then, so yeah, counting up to 1. The look back period, we're gonna, there we go. Okay. Thinking I was gonna have to invert this, but not. Yeah, so there we go. All right, so let's, in order to see what's happening here, we're going to have to draw this all out here. All right, let's stay in draw mode. All right, this is probably a good area for review here, because we got a bunch of single bar signals there. Right, as prices. Let's see, price is consolidating here, right? So we have a bunch of switchbacks on the signals. This is probably a great area to focus on. There, okay, all right, I think that should do it. There we go. We got everything marked out now. All right, so let's connect up the signal counter again. Right there. So now we can see the changes being made, right? So the first long signal was blocked, the second one got through, right? The first short signal got blocked, and then the rest get through, right? Then the first long signal gets blocked. So that single short signal was blocked, right? And then we have long signals, and then that single short signal got blocked, the single long signal got blocked, right? So on and so forth. So there we go. So we can see all the single signals are being blocked, and the first signal of the continuous signals get blocked. Yeah, I'll just kind of keep it there because this is a good example there. So, right, and so if you want, if you want to block more than just one, then you would just increase your counting up to, increase that, and then your look back period, you need to increase that. Oops, there we go, like so. There. And yeah, there we go. So this right here, right, we had two long signals right there. And so both of those long signals are blocked there. All right, so there we have it. So let's pull up the signal counter again. So the counting up to, that's going to be one bar extra, or one additional bar beyond the number of bars you want to block, right? So if you only want to block, right, these one bar, let me connect this up here, right? So if you only want to block these single bar reversals, right, then you only want to block one bar. So in the signal counter, your counting up to would be set to 2. So you take the single bar that you want to block and then add a bar. And then make sure that your look back period matches your counting up to, right? So these two settings here need to match each other exactly. All right, so there we have it for Rama's question there.